Hi guys, and welcome back to Simply Forex, the channel dedicated to you, the trader. We want you to be successful in the markets. So guys, I'm going to give you some gold every day. I'm going to let you know which currency pairs I'm looking to trade and which direction. And I'm also going to let you know which news that you must be aware of. So let's take a look at the chart and what I'm potentially going to trade today. Morning traders, it's Friday. Woohoo! We have made it. It is Friday the 23rd of September to be exact. And I'd like to start by giving a shout out to Trader Nick. Yeah, I appeared on his show last night, did a live stream. I saw that some of you guys joined in the live stream as well. So thank you for joining, guys. Always good to see you. Well, not see you, but hear from you on the live chat. So yeah, really enjoyed it. Always enjoy it every Thursday evening. Also, guys, I would like to remind you of our live stream that we do every Wednesday, guys. So yeah, every Wednesday morning before the London Open, I want as many questions from you as possible. It's a great way for you to better your knowledge of trading. Ask as many questions as you like. So that's every Wednesday, guys. And also don't forget the Discord channel. Yeah, the Discord channel, the link is in the comments below. So join the Discord channel and talk to like-minded traders. Right, so like I said, guys, Thursday is the 22nd of September. As always, we'll look back at, no, it's not. It's Friday the 23rd of September. Forgive me. Today is Friday, but we will look back at yesterday's trades from Thursday. So we'll do that first of all, then we'll look at today's trades, and then we'll look at the potential news for today. So let's start with yesterday, Thursday. So we had two potential trades, guys. And the first one was this. It was the Aussie dollar against the Canadian dollar. All right, and we were looking to short this pair. So firstly, we were seeing a head and shoulders pattern. Okay. So we've got shoulder, head, shoulder. Be honest, guys, you love a head and shoulders pattern. You'd be upset if I didn't mention it. All right, head, shoulders, and then we have a break of these lows. Okay, so arguably or theoretically, what should happen is the distance between the top of the head and this line should also happen down to here as well. So with regards to the pattern, we still have a bit more room to move into, but let's listen to what the candles are telling us. Okay, so got a head and shoulders pattern, and it's obviously clearly in a downtrend as well. Lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, and then these highs haven't broken. They still haven't broken. And then we had this candle form, okay, and then we were trying to take price lower. Okay, so that was the idea. Let's zoom in so you can see that a little bit better. Yeah, so these highs here still haven't broken, even with yesterday's candle. But from this candle here, we were just trying to take price lower. Okay, so that was the idea, guys. In a downtrend, got a reaction at the last highs. I also like it because on the H4 chart, we saw this. So we had a upward channel using this grey line as support, okay, and then eventually it broke here. Yeah, it broke out of here. So what we was looking for is a reaction in our grey zone, and it looks like we are eventually getting it as we speak. Okay, so that was the H4, so that gave me another piece of confluence to take this lower. Remember, your job as a trader is to build confluence, and this will give you confidence to trade. Okay, so yeah, that's the H4. And then if we go down to the H1, guys, yeah, we had this. So as you can see, price did come up into our grey zone, but none of these candles here tell me sellers are in control. Yeah, we've got this red candle, but look at the green candle before it. We've got a doji, and then we've got this candle, but look at the wick on this candle. Okay, so none of this tells me sellers are in control. Okay, and then I remember some of you guys on Discord, you were like, when's the candle? When's the candle for the Aussie dollar, Canadian dollar? And guys, trading is all about patience, waiting for that correct, that strong setup. All right, so none of these gave us a strong setup. Okay, so we only trade strong setups. All right, and then price did come up to the top of our grey zone. We had this candle, but again, sellers aren't in control. Look at the candle before it. And then arguably, this candle we could have entered on. But to be honest with you guys, I wasn't trading. I was in bed. Yeah, because of the time difference where I live, I was in bed. But this candle here, this could have been the entry candle. Okay, could have entered here, put your stop above these swing highs. Okay, and you would have already got your risk to reward of 1:1. Okay, I would still potentially be looking to take price down to this grey zone. Okay, so I didn't get in this trade because I was getting beauty sleep, which I need very much. But you could have done, guys. Maybe you were still awake and traded this. Yeah, maybe you trade the American market. So yeah, so there was eventually we got our entry candle, and we could have taken price lower. Literally a couple of hours ago, we also had this candle, but again, yeah, I was in bed. Yeah, I'm not always in bed, just overnight. Okay, but yeah, again, this would have been a good entry candle. Put your enter here, put your stop above here, and then take price back down to this grey zone. All right, guys. So yeah, this it took a while. Like I say, we need patience, but we did eventually get our setup to take this lower. The only problem now, guys, is once you get down to this grey zone, take your profit, because if you look at the day chart, yeah, although this candle still hasn't broke these, it still hasn't broke this high here. Yeah, yeah, it did break this high, but it hasn't broken this last high here. But that is quite a bullish candle, which worries me if I'm still shorting this market. So perhaps, yeah, maybe, yeah, close 80% like we normally do, secure some profit, and then let 20% run and see what happens. But this daily candle doesn't fill me with confidence to start shorting. However, the last high did hold. All right, guys. So yeah, that was the Aussie dollar, Canadian dollar. We had to be patient with this pair, but we eventually got our setup. Like I say, I didn't trade this pair. I was... Okay, I don't snore. I don't think. I don't know. Right, next pair was this. This was the euro against the Japanese yen. All right, and what we were seeing, guys, was... yeah, we were looking for shorts. But what we were seeing, guys, was a reaction at these highs. Okay, so what was once, yeah, resistance here has proven to be resistance over here as well. Okay, so that gives us confidence to look for shorts. Okay, and then as you can see, price was in this box, if you like. It was just in this box, didn't know what to do with itself, lots of choppy, and then eventually, bam, we got this candle form. Okay, breaking these last lows here. Okay, so that, I like this setup. If we get these boxes where price doesn't do anything, and then we get a very bullish or bearish candle, I like these setups, I must say. Yeah, because you've got consolidation, and then boom, yeah, price wants to leave that area of consolidation. And leave it, it did. Yeah, so because of that, we were trying to come from one of our grey zones back down to our blue line. I didn't expect it to happen in a day, but it did. Yeah, so direction again was very good. Okay, so that was the idea of the euro yen. All right, let's look on. And also, guys, just to mention here, yeah, there was talk of, you know, the Japanese government intervening with the yen pairs because, well, with the yen, because it was just, you know, US dollar, Japanese yen has just been crazy in an uptrend. Yeah, so yeah, there was talk about the Japanese government intervening and starting moving the yen pairs. Okay, so this was probably a result of that. It definitely wasn't the interest rate decision because there was no change. It was minus 0.1% and stayed at minus 0.1% yesterday. So yeah, government intervention. But let's look to see if we could get in on this pair. And we couldn't, to be quite frank, but let's have a look. So price came down, yeah, and then we did get a reaction at this grey zone here, okay, but it just wasn't strong enough for me because you've got this wick telling me we want to come up, and then you've got this wick telling me we want to come down. So for those reasons, it's just indecision. It's a doji for me, okay? That is a doji candle, and we don't really enter on doji candles, okay? And good job we didn't. Price come up, and then eventually it went kapow. Yeah, that candle tells you sellers are in control. No, yeah, don't have to be Warren Buffett to realize sellers are taking control of the market. But obviously, guys, it's so difficult to get in on this candle. Yeah, firstly, it's come down and already hit our higher time frame target, this blue line. So, and even if you entered on the close of this candle and put your stop here, this is your risk. All right. So it just doesn't make sense as a trade, guys, unfortunately. Even if you've got a bit of a retrace like we did, we got a retrace back to this last low here. Okay, but even if, but firstly, it's already hit target. But even if you entered here, this is still your risk. Yeah, and it just doesn't make sense to come down to here. All right, guys, so we didn't have an opportunity to get in on this pair for those reasons. The candle was just too large. But I'm going to show you a technique now which you can use. And I'm going to show you now. So, for example, guys, sometimes price comes to our grey zones and we get these candles. Yeah, and your strategy, your direction, your grey zone is correct. Yeah, it's happened as you expected, but it's just happened too aggressively and too quickly, which makes it untradeable. Okay, so what we can do, guys, is we can drop down to the 15-minute chart. Okay, if we look at the 15-minute chart, okay, so we still don't get any reaction at this grey zone, even on the 15-minute chart. Yeah, none of this is tradable. Okay, but then look at this candle. So this was the start of this H1 candle that did this. But now, by going to a lower time frame, our risk is less. Yeah, it makes sense to enter this trade. So if I entered here, yeah, put my stop above here, this is now my risk. Yeah. Whereas before, if we entered on the hourly chart, the risk was too much. So this is now my risk. And then this down to our blue line is our reward. So all of a sudden, guys, by dropping down to a lower time frame, we can enter the trade. Yeah, it now makes sense. Obviously, it's quite aggressive. It's a little bit riskier. But even if you get an 15-minute candle like this, it still tells you sellers have taken over. Yeah, it dwarfs the last 8 million M15 candles. So yeah, just wanted to show you this technique, guys. I sometimes use it in the market, and it just allows you to get into the trade quicker than you would normally. Okay, and then the risk is and then the risk to reward is viable. All right, guys. So euro against the Japanese yen. I just wanted to show you that technique. I didn't actually trade this pair. Again, just want to be transparent. I could tell you that I got in here and made loads of money, but I didn't, guys. Yeah, that hourly reaction took me by surprise as well. Yeah, it was so aggressive. So yeah, let me know how you traded yesterday's trades, guys. Would love to hear from you. Leave a comment below the video. Right, let's look at today's trades now. So guys, what a volatile day yesterday. Yeah, we had yen, pound and Swiss franc interest rate decisions coming out. We had the US dollar interest rate decision before that. So it's been a bit of a crazy week, a very volatile week, lots of whipsawing. Yeah, especially the Swiss franc yesterday. that had so much strength, and then it becomes so weak on one piece of news. So it just goes to show how important it is to keep an eye on the data and the news and when it is released, guys. Because if you was in a trade, you would have got your face ripped off. So yeah, very volatile week, guys. Yesterday, yeah, both of the trade directions were good, but I just couldn't get in on the trade. Okay, so yeah, but we'll have days like that, no problem. So yeah, no trades yesterday, but maybe you did, guys. Please let me know. Leave a comment. And also, guys, if you enjoyed the recap, then please come join us. Subscribe to the channel, smash that notification button, and also smash the like button, guys. Yeah, help support the channel. Mercy. Before I start, guys, just want to do a little shout out to Trader Nick. I guest presented on his live stream last night. Always enjoy it. Always lots of questions from his viewers. And it was also good to see some of my viewers, my subscribers, that you were also on there. So well done, guys. Thank you for joining me. I really appreciate it. So yeah, we'll be doing that again next week. And also, guys, remember our live stream every Wednesday morning before the London Open. Get all of your questions ready and ask as many questions as you like. It can be about anything to do with trading. Yeah, it's a great time for you to build your knowledge. And also, guys, Discord channel. Yeah, you'll see a link in the comments below. So join our Discord channel and speak to like-minded traders. Right, my editor is happy. I have mentioned everything. He will not beat me. Yeah, so let's now look at today's trades, guys. So today is Friday the 23rd of September, and we've got two potential trades, guys. And I'm going to do the top-down approach with you. I think this is good for your understanding. All right, so the first one is this. This is Bitcoin against the US dollar. So let's start with the weekly chart. Remember, we were looking at this chart a few days ago as well. Okay. But as you can see, guys, I'm going to draw in this grey zone. Yeah, because this grey zone is basically where price has been reacting at these lows. Okay. So on the weekly chart, okay, so we're seeing this area of support come up once, come up again, it's testing it again. Okay. So there's obviously some support here. There are buyers in the market at this zone. All right. Sorry if you can hear my dog. So that's the weekly chart. Then if we go down to the day chart, as you can see, yeah, that grey zone is plotted on the day chart. And we've also had this, remember we were looking at this candle a few days ago, but now we've got this candle also that's happened at these lows as well. So, yeah, there's definitely buyers in the market here. It's pushing off of this grey zone. So, okay, so couple that with this. So price was in a downtrend, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows. And then we've already had this massive push off at this level, breaking these highs. So for me, price is still in an uptrend, yeah, because these lows haven't been broken. Yeah, so we still have higher highs and we don't have lower lows. Yeah, so we're still technically in an uptrend. Okay, and we got this large bearish candle form, sorry, bullish candle form yesterday. Okay, so it's telling me we could take price firstly up to this blue line. These were the lines I plotted a few days ago, but they're still intact, or even this high here. Okay, so this is a buying opportunity for Bitcoin against the US dollar. Let's go down to our lower time frames now. Let's have a look at the H4 to see what I am seeing. Okay, so I'm going to remove this large grey zone now, okay, because it's too large, but you know what that was for. So I'm seeing a couple of zones here, guys, that are important on the H4. We've got this last low, yeah, and obviously these H4 highs. All right, so these are the two important grey zones for me today. Remember, guys, I do take a higher time frame view of the market, but I do essentially trade on lower time frames. Okay, but on the H4, these are two grey zones that are interesting to me. We'll then go down to the H1, and we will fine tune these grey zones if we need to, or even add another one. Okay, I'm definitely seeing another grey zone here. Okay, so the other two grey zones do make sense. So I don't need to adjust the other grey zone. So we've got 3 grey zones here, guys, that I think are important for this pair. Okay, I mean, arguably, even a sort of zone in here, mini zone, but no, we're not going to add that. These are the 3 grey zones, guys. All right. So this one and this one were from the H4, and then this one here is the H1 grey zone. So remember, guys, we're looking for buys. So these are the things that can happen. So price could come down to this grey zone, yeah, which corresponds with this last H1 swing low, but also these areas over here. All right. Then we want to see a bullish reaction, and then we can take price back up to this grey zone. Okay. If that doesn't happen, guys, price could come back all the way down to these last lows here. Yeah, and this last low over here. My head's in the way again. Bad head. Okay, so, yeah, price could come all the way down to this grey zone. We want to see a bullish reaction. And then again, we can take price back up. Take price to the last H1 high, close 80%, and then leave 20% to run. Okay. So there's 2 possibilities or criteria of how we can trade this pair. Remember, guys, your H1 chart is your how. Your day chart is your why, and your H1 chart is your how. Okay, so this is how. Or the third option is this, guys. Price comes up to this grey zone and breaks it. We get a break, we get a retrace into this grey zone, we get a bullish reaction, and then again we can take price higher. Okay, so we've got 3 options with Bitcoin against the US dollar, but all of them we are looking for longs, guys. Okay, so that's the first trade idea for today. The second trade idea is this, the euro against the New Zealand dollar. And this is a against trend trade, an ATT we coined as a phrase. Okay, so obviously, guys, this here, this grey zone, is an area, a key area of resistance. Yeah, look at how it reacted last time at this level. All right, so price is currently in this area of resistance. Okay, and then if we zoom in, yeah, just to show you we are against trend. I know you can see that, but just to clarify, it's clearly in an uptrend, hence the term against trade trend. All right, but we've had these 2 candles form at this level. Okay, so both of these candles tell me sellers have rejected this zone and want to push price lower. But again, guys, it is against trend. Against trend trades for me are always a little bit more risky, but have the potential for huge rewards because we could be seeing a trend change. So for those reasons, guys, we are potentially looking for shorts. All right. And to give you our target on this pair, I generally just look for the next psychological level. Okay. So my target would be this 600-700 level. All right. Eventually, it could come down to this level as well. Okay. But guys, yeah, so we're looking to come down to the next psychological level at 600-700. Okay, but you could leave some on the trade and trail your stop. Okay, so that's the idea, to short this market down to one of those blue lines. Let's then take a look at the H4 chart and what we are seeing. So with the H4 chart, guys, there is this zone here that is important. Because as you can see, it's reacted at this zone. So let's draw this zone in. Yeah, it was once support over here. Once it broke, it was once resistance over here. Once it broke, it becomes support. All right, so this is now support. Okay, so that zone now I'm seeing on the H4 is important. Let's remove the large grey zone, guys, because it's too large. We need to fine tune our grey zones. This is also a grey zone of interest. Yeah, because we could still short the market from there. Okay, so that's the H4. Now we're going to drop down to the H1 to fine tune our grey zones. Okay, so these all make sense. Yeah, I'd probably adjust this just to include that. Just to include this. Okay, but that makes sense. We also have a zone here, guys, as well. Okay. So, guys, we've also got free zones on here as well. It's unusual we have free grey zones on both trades, but we do today. All right. This one, I would probably do this. Yeah, because I'll explain why in a minute. All right, guys. So, yeah, we've got the free grey zones now that we've plotted. We've done a top-down approach. We now have free grey zones on our execution chart, the H1, where we can look for shorts. So, first of all, price is already in this zone. So let's look at this zone first. So price could come up and test these last swing highs. All right. If it does, and then we get a bearish reaction, we could then take price back down to these lows and this 6,800 level. We will close 80% and we'll let 20% run. Just trail your stop. Just keep bringing your stop below the last swing high. Yeah, just trail your stop down. Okay. If that doesn't happen, guys, price could come all the way back up to here and test these last highs as well. Okay. If it does, no problem. Yeah, we can still enter the trade. We just want to see a bearish reaction. We enter the trade. Again, we take profit off here, 80% of the profit, and then we leave 20% to run. All right. So that's the second how we can trade this chart. The third idea is this, guys. The old faithful. So price comes down from here. Yeah, it probably reacts at this low, breaks it, retests it, and then we can come down as well. Yeah, remember how much we love this setup. What was once support becomes resistance. I love, 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 love this pattern in the market. All right, guys. So again, we've got three options with this pair as well, guys. So, yeah, Bitcoin against US dollar, we're looking to buy, and then Euro against the New Zealand dollar, we're looking to short this pair, guys. All right. So, yeah, they're the two trade ideas for today. Let's take a look at the news now. Guys, I hope you're enjoying this daily morning analysis, and if you are, then please come join us. Yeah, subscribe to the channel, smash the notification button, and also smash that like button, guys. Yeah, much appreciated. Right, news for today. So Japan intervened with the yen and then buggered off on holiday. So Japan are on holiday, guys. And then after that, guys, it's a day of PMI data really today. So if we scroll down, the first piece of news we're interested in is this. At 8:30 London GMT, we've got German manufacturing PMI. So it's a 3-star rating, so this could really move any euro pair. If we carry on down at 9:30 London GMT, we've got 3 pieces of PMI data, composite, manufacturing and services. So 3-star ratings at one time could really move the pound, guys. Yeah, so must be aware of this news at 9:30. If we carry on down at 1:30, coming out of Canada, we've got core retail sales. So that will affect any CAD pair. And if we carry on down, the last piece of news we're looking at is this. Fed Chair Powell is speaking at 7 o'clock. So when he speaks, he can obviously move the markets quite crazily sometimes. And then after that, guys, as you can see, no other news that we're interested in today. All right, guys. So, yeah, I hope you have a good trading day, the last day of the week. I hope you've had a great trading week. Have a great weekend, a fantastic weekend. And I'll see you on Monday, guys.